everyone, thanks for clicking on this video to learn more about Spanish commands. We have all previously learned that commands are used when ordering someone or telling someone to do something. This is often referred to as the imperative form of a verb. There are two different types of imperative tenses, which is tu, which is the familiar form, and usted, which is the formal form. The informal command tu is used for more casual occurrences like talking to a friend or a pet, and the formal usted command is used when addressing people in a formal manner like a parent or a teacher. The negative tu commands are basically the tu form in the present tense with the last vowel swapped. So for example, if the verb ends with as, it'll be switched to es, and if the verb starts with es, it'll end with as. There's a couple exceptions to this rule, but we'll get back to that later. And for the er and ir verbs, we will do the same process. We'll take the yo form of the verb in the present tense, minus an o and add an a to the end instead of an e. So for example, if we're given the word tener, we would put it in the yo form, making it tengo, and making the command form tenga. Same would work for the words comer and lir. Comer would change to como, making the command form coma, and lir would change to leo, making the command form lea. To make these commands negative, all that you would need to do is add a no in front of them, making them negative. No tenga, no coma, and no lea. Some examples of IR words in the same format would be vivir, escribir, and dormir. Vivir in the present tense yo form would be vivo, making the command form viva. Escribir in the yo form would be escribo, making the command form escriba. Dormir in the yo form would be duermo, and the command form would be duerma. To make these commands negative, you would add no in front of them. No viva, no escriba, and no duerma.
Seems easy, right? Okay, there's still a couple things we need to go over. First, if words end in car, gar, and zar, they will have a slight spelling change. So if it ends in car, we're going to use k. Sacar goes to sake, buscar goes to busque, and tocar goes to toque. So if it ends in gar, we're going to change it to ge. Llegar, llegué, pagar, pagué, and pegar, pegué. And if it ends in zir, we're going to make it se. Abrazar, abracé, gozar, gocé, cruzar, crucé. And there's always a few irregular verbs, some that don't like to follow any of the rules. The irregular usted commands are dar, estar, ir, saber, and ser. Haya, saber to sepa, and ser to sea. And if we have pronouns like direct object pronouns, indirect object pronouns, or reflexive pronouns, they will follow the same rule as tu commands. If the usted command is affirmative, we'll attach it to the end, and if it is negative, the pronouns will go before the verb phrase but after the no. For example, if I wanted to tell him hi, I would say dijalos hola. So notice we're going to add a pronoun and put an accent on the second to last syllable before we add the pronoun on. For the negative command, we would say no, les dija hola. On this one, we're going to take the les and put it before the phrase like we would usually do for a command. If we wanted someone to fall asleep, we would say duérmase. If I wanted to tell someone don't fall asleep, we would say no se duerma. If I'm saying get up, I would say levántese. And if I were to say don't get up, I would say no se levante.
Thanks for tuning into this video about Spanish commands. I hope you learned a little bit more about the imperative form. I hope you're able to distinguish between informal and formal commands as well as affirmative and negative commands. Tune in next week for more fun Spanish videos. Comment and like this video for more content.
For more resources, go to conjugamos.com, verbtense.com, and SpanishDict.com.